We're back again. Nice of you to join us. This little cruise, we're going towards a lovely flight of locks. Used to be award winning, but I'll explain all that as we're going along. Yes, we've dropped on with the weather. Can't believe it. Fantastic. Anyway, the map tells you where we'll be going on this little cruise, so you have an idea looking at it where we start and where we finish, and we'll continue to do that in our videos so that those who want to can see where we're going to or where we're coming from. Anyway, have a sit down, have a relax, well, hopefully anyway, and come along with the Tiller people on a lovely little adventure. We hope you enjoy it. So we'll go on manoeuvres now as this boat comes out. Gently does it, and there's no issues. High revs here and there, and you'll have your issues. Right. when it's a bit busier, it does make lock flights a lot easier. Nothing better than coming out of a lock and seeing the next one in a flight all open and ready for you. Yes, it's a selfish thing if you think you should have your canals to yourself. It's to be shared by everybody. Right. Adderley Locks gets its name from a village as well, about half a mile away from the canal. So it's not directly on the canal, but it's a pleasant walk into the village. Also, it's a lovely lock flight, but this used to be so well maintained by a lock keeper, and it was award winning. The name of the lock keeper was Frank Butler, and he kept all this mowed. He put trees here, shrubs and that. A few shrubs are still available to see now and then, not many, but there's certainly some of the trees. But sadly the grass is mowed no more now. This is the last lock of the flight of 5. Next stop, somewhere towards Market Drayton, which is the only market town on this canal. There's a couple of small villages, but as for towns, that's the only one between Nantwich and Otherley Junction. Now, to the right, what looks like a building there, well in fact I know, looking at the shape of it, on this canal, on this lock flight, there's two what they call lensman's huts. The lensman's huts, which we saw coming up when we had no sound, they were also called by the locals, or even the people who went in them, the lensmen and anybody having a warming there, they called them lock hovels. I don't know why, but that's what they did during the time the boats were moving along. But I tell you what, they may call them lock hovels, but in the freezing cold when they want to warm, there was a chimney and a fire going, so you know, they played a nice thing in keeping somebody taking the chill off now and then. And of course you could cook a bit of food on the fire as well, no doubt.
I couldn't have sheep and lamb.
To be honest,
I'd become too attached.
Oh, we named some of ours. I've got
yeah,
some.
That's the downfall. Don't
I've got some here, you know, pet that. I mean, a sheep lives till it's 3 or 4 or 5. I got one here that's 16.
Oh,
You know.
oh, well, give that one a
If you end up coming up or start doing the Ordnum Lock flight and decide you want to turn round, no, you've got a long way to go. You've got to go up the Ordnum flight and the Adderley flight, so that's 20 locks, and then you come out of the top lock at Adderley and you have to use the turning point here. I do wonder when I do my videoing whether to do a load of face-to-face or try to show boating as it is on the canals, and because we watch them ourselves as well, it's a lovely record for ourselves. I think we like showing more of the canals and having 90% of the video just us talking. I think that's our preference, and that we can show what the, you know, what it's like to go along on the canals, and especially in this weather. And I think that's the choice we've made. We'll not, obviously now and then we will talk, but I think for boating, for people who are watching, I think it's nicer that you actually see the places and see the canals rather than me in your face all the time. That's our preference, because I think too sometimes I feel as though when you watch videos sometimes it's not all about the canals, it's all about me or all about them. But that's our choice. I'm not criticising anybody, I'm just saying that's the way we feel. Right, I think I'll be calling for a refreshment now, and perhaps some cheese and crackers, gluten-free crackers. Most people, when they're coming up and down the canals, use Nicholson's guides and Pearson's, which we've got as well. But things don't change that much. You know, on the canals it definitely stays very similar. There might be a few name changes, you know, a few different type of canal boats, and pubs might have changed or gone, or a bit of history's gone now. But on this trip, what we're on, I'm using a couple of other books just for information. One of them, I'll just get it, is this one. Yeah, I did it right way up. This particular book about the Shroppie is from 1991. So what's that? 32 years. So that's 32 years ago, if my maths is right. I think it is. That's one of them, and it's got all the information in. Just tells you all your bits and pieces, and it's quite remarkable how so many things are exactly the same. But even more remarkable, another boot we're using, cruising the canals. This is from 1967, giving you all your information. And again, it's amazing, and it shows just how much the canals don't change. So we're using them for our for this trip, and ignoring the Nicholson's guides and the Pearson's guides. Just adds a bit of interest for us, and we might find some information as we're going through as well, what we weren't aware of. So we'll see how it goes. As we come through Bridge 66, we enter an area known as Betton Wood. No doubt many a people have said, told you the story that it's supposed to be haunted. I don't believe in that sort of thing anyway, me. But it is said that the working boatmen wouldn't moor in this stretch because they kept hearing a shrieking ghost. Probably just an owl or something like that. But it's something what's been talked about for years and years, and it still is. Like I say, it's not something I believe in, so if I felt like mooring here, or if I could moor in this area, I probably would, without any worries. Soon we'll be coming out of Beckton Wood. Just get past this tree, what's in the water. I wonder if some ghostly happenings have pushed that over. Hey, who knows? But once through here, we've got a nice little trundle towards Market Drayton, and I think that will be our mooring for today. Not too late, but as usual, plenty of time to moor up and have a little bit of relaxation. Not too obsessed about having any internet signal. If we have, it's well and good, but we will never be ruled by what the internet's like on a mooring. If it's a lovely mooring, that's it, we're mooring up. If the internet signal's good, okay. If not, we've plenty of other things to do. And that's what boating's about for us. Cannot be ruled by silly things like internet coverage. I don't know how this works out, but the boat, as you can see in front of you now, has been there for years and years, and I've never seen it move. Not months, but years it has been there. Well, that's another little adventure complete. I think you'll admit, wasn't it great weather? Absolutely fantastic. Just before I go, because I always forget this, because you know what we are like. But thank you for those who subscribe And those who don't, why don't you? You know, we promise you that we'll give you some lovely cruising videos, and you know, and it'll give you a real sense of canals. And you're quite welcome to comment. We'll always get to you one way or other, answer you one way or other. That's no problem at all. Sometimes we might be a little bit slow because we're doing other things, but we'll get back to you. And of course, you can like the video as well. But that's definitely it for now. We hope you're staying safe and healthy, and we'd love to see you next time. But for now, as usual, all we can say, as we do in Lancashire, is ta-ra!
That's all, folks.